Hello and welcome to this IELTS speaking test. My name is Danesh and I am your IELTS speaking examiner for today. So the questions in this test is to simulate the IELTS speaking test. So you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so let's begin. What's your full name?
My full name is Ranbir Chakravarti.
Okay, so how may I address you?
You can call me Chakravarti.
Okay, Chakravarti. So we're going to discuss about getting up early. Okay, do you usually get up early every day?
I love to get up early in the morning. I sometimes do tend to wake up late. Sometimes when I fancy going to the bed late, I'd be waking up late obviously. But usually I prefer waking up early in the morning.
Okay. Do you think waking up early is a good habit?
It depends on the person. Actually, our human body, I believe, is capable of adapting to whatever situation is exposed to. Therefore, if a person is getting up early in the morning on a regular basis, might find it healthy to do that. But if the person doesn't have the habit of waking up early in the morning, they might not feel comfortable. They might have some health issues. They might contract some health issues because of that.
Okay. Do you prefer getting up early on weekends?
Definitely yes, because waking up early in the weekends would allow me to have more time of the day that I can engage myself on some of the activities that I prefer.
What benefits do you have over others who wake up early?
Could you come again?
Okay, what benefits do you have over others who wake up early? Means if you're a person who's, let's say the opposite, if you're a person who's not ready to wake up early, what do you think will be the benefits of it?
I don't see any kind of benefit in that way, because usually people who do not wake up early, they usually go to bed late and they're productive in their own way. Early birds, they catch their own worm, and night owls, they catch their own praise. So I don't see any kind of benefit in that.
Okay. So that's the end of part 1. Let's move on to part 2. So your cue card topic is describe a famous person that you're interested in, and you should say who this person is, how you know about this person, what sort of life they had before they became famous, how this person became famous, and explain why you like this person. So here's your cue card. And here's the material for you to prepare. You can take 1 minute to prepare, okay? Either you can make points or think about the topic. Your time starts now. So that's the end of your preparation time. You ready?
Yep.
You have to speak about 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
The renowned person that I'd love to talk about is obviously American author and screenplay writer George R.R. Martin. I came to know about this person when his show, The Game of Thrones, aired on HBO. And it was the show that made me interested in his works. Apart from screenplay writer, he is a novelist, and he has written extensive novels on various fantasy topics. Okay, and of all those novels that he has written, his most celebrated ones would be The Game of Thrones, that is the Song of Ice and Fire. And after becoming intrigued by the show, I decided to watch the show for myself. That is when I became familiar with the author. Now, before George R.R. Martin became a celebrated personality he is right now, he used to be a writer. He had his novels published at a very young age. He was in his 20s when he had 4 to 5 of his novels published, and he had also received accreditations and applause from the literary world, literary societies all around the world. And most importantly, he decided to give up his day jobs and decided to become involved in full-time writing. And this dedication sort of motivated me as well. Okay, because few people in the present era have this knack towards writing and dedicating their entire time and energy into one single thing, because most of the authors and most of the musicians, artists, they do not have that kind of a patience at present. And it was with the release of the Game of Thrones series, the Song of Ice and Fire series.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. Thank you for your time. Yeah, so I'm going to take this back. So if you get a chance to meet George R.R. Martin, would you meet him?
Obviously. I would love to meet him, and I'd definitely be asking him why the Winds of Winter is getting delayed.
Okay. So I'm going to ask a bunch of questions from the cue card. Okay, follow-up questions. What type of people are famous in your country?
Usually politicians and celebrities. Okay, it's just because people are drawn towards fame, and somehow these people are highlighted by the media and other social events. So they are the ones who are usually celebrated.
Okay, could you give some examples, names?
Like, for example, our Prime Minister himself is one celebrity, one hell of a celebrity. Okay, Narendra Modi has gone beyond the reputation of a leader. He is a celebrated leader right now. And then obviously there is the example of different artists throughout Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood, and no, I don't know how many woods are there.
Okay. How do people become famous today?
Becoming famous is doing something that other people might find appealing. Okay, and that could be doing any kind of what can I say, any kind of singing any kind of song. Okay, launching any kind of music. Okay, doing any kind of particular act that people might find appealing. That's the thing.
What is the difference between people who were famous earlier and people who are famous now?
People who were famous earlier, they actually, I believe, had some talents, because at that time, especially in the 1950s, 60s, the industry was literally talent based. Right now, it's more of a safe game that the media and the other industries want to play. They want to keep the success formula, and they want people who can follow or abide by that successful formula to work with them. We can take the example of Beatles, John Lennon of the 70s, 80s. Okay, they used to come up with new and different, what may I say, different kind of music with every launch of their albums. But if we compare those music with Beyonce and other artists, we see a lot of difference. While the former had distinct taste in music, the same cannot be said for them. They are bringing in the same repetitive things in their albums.
Okay, what do you think about nepotism amongst the famous people?
Nepotism is prevalent in not just the famous people, it's prevalent each and every aspect of our life. Okay, if somebody is having a successful business, they'll be thinking of bringing in their family members, be it a chai wala or be it a minister. That is the same everywhere. So nepotism is kind of harmful. It keeps the talented people from actually reaching some place. But yeah, in some aspects, nepotism is needed, and nepotism helps some of the talented people to rise up to their potential. We can take the example of Alia Bhatt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's the end of your speaking test. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi all. So I'm going to give a review of Ranbir's speaking. Part 1, there was a small problem with his hesitation, or he was trying to say some words which he had to think about. So in between also he said what to say, especially in part 2. He was having that hesitation, and it led to saying what to say. So it's never too good to say what to say in a speaking exam. So it's better to just paraphrase the word or the thing that you have to say. Overall, in part 2 and part 3, he had fluency, but then again hesitation was still there even in part 3. And explanation of part 1 also, it's like too much. What you have to keep in mind is, in part 1, you shouldn't explain too much about the answers, or you shouldn't explain too much. And even examples also, like explaining too much in part 1, it's not that good. Especially in part 3, you can have a large explanation, like not too long or not too short. Grammar mistakes were not there. He was just having a problem with the fluency. Vocabulary usage was okay. So there was not a wide range of vocabulary there for this speaking, especially in the cue card session also. So considering lexical resources, fluency and coherence, grammar range and accuracy, even pronunciation, I will give him a band score of 7. Thank you.